Hi, everybody. So today I want to talk to you about how you can get started in your business in LifeVantage in the Philippines. So it's a huge opportunity for anybody to be part of the pioneering team. And if only you can understand what that means, it means you could change your life. So first, let me start with the vision of LifeVantage for the Philippines. And so we have here a company with amazing products and compensation plan that can help change your life. So we will strive to bring better health through our unparalleled products and create a source of income for our distributors. With our commitment to make the Philippines one of our biggest market in LifeVantage, let's create beautiful stories with Filipino families together. And I know in my heart, this is going to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest market of LifeVantage. Because number one, Filipinos now are looking for ways to improve their health. You know, when I was building my business in the Philippines, I know that there's a lot of people with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high blood, heart disease, cancer, all of that. But disclaimer, of course, we do not say that our products can prevent and cure diseases, but I know the role that our little yellow activator does in the cellular level, on a cellular level. So we're excited. The announcement, I think, will be hopefully, fingers crossed, during convention in the next couple of days. So first, I want to introduce, of course, we have Miss Marcia Riego. She's a very well-experienced person, executive in the field. So she's already managed quite a number of companies. So really, we have someone here who have got the caliber to take LifeVantage to the next level. And of course, LifeVantage is a publicly listed company. They would have to scrutinize all the employees that would come on. And I know that having had several conversations, we've got someone with a heart, and that is what we want, somebody with a heart to be able to lead the charge. And we have got other power women here, that is going to be leading the field development. And so what I'm excited about, this one in the middle, Tintin Cobreros, and she's worked with a US-based company in the US. So she knows exactly how customer service works, because I know that is so important. Anything to do with customers, distributors, we need someone who is an experienced. And so she's got a lot of experience. So we've got Kate and Alma Faye, they're all already in place. And so for those of you who are international and you're helping your team to enroll in the Philippines, initially they told us that we call customer service in the US. So now it's so much easier, because what you need to do is to create a spreadsheet, and you have all of this on the right side. So first is for you to have, what I would create if I was you is a Excel spreadsheet with name, date of birth, email, TIN, tax information number, address, and who the sponsor is. So that way you don't have any problem when we get started, because I know that when we get started, it's going to be like a very fast pace. So you wouldn't want to be looking at that. You need to have that all prepared before then. So chart or list with correct sponsors. So the sponsor's ID number, need to make sure that that is clear as well. And you have to get the distributor to sign a Philippine distributor application form. So we don't have that, but soon as it's released, make sure you email it to your prospective distributor so they can complete it and send them to you. Filled out product form. So there is, in the beginning, there's no products. So in the pre-launch, I don't know how long that will be. It's 1,200 for the starter kit. So at least you get your ID number, etc. And then a copy of an identification. So they need an identification. It's a government issued ID of all applicants. So you cannot become a distributor unless you provide this, including your TIN, okay? Then you email everything to phsupport@lifevantage.com. So as you can see, they've already given us enough information and instruction in order for us to be able to have a smooth enrollment of people Philippine team will verify enrollee information. Verified documents will be processed for enrollment. So I wouldn't, this is the time now, start collecting, make sure they have their documents ready. They've got their information ready. So all they need to do when we're ready to go is to complete the application form. So that is what I would do if I was you, okay? I know that I've been speaking to a lot of people and you already have so many people that are ready to jump on board. So it's so exciting. So how do you get started? There are different packages, okay? You have a silver pack, a gold pack, and platinum. And the reason why we've got platinum in the beginning, in the first one, is you need to start with a great mindset. You know, can you imagine partnering with a publicly traded company? And so you start with a good product. This is a product movement business. And so I would go for the platinum pack. As much as you can, gold should be minimum, not silver. Why? Because if they come in a silver, they still need to upgrade to be able to maximize the compensation plan. Otherwise, they leave money on the table. So platinum pack is the way to go. And as you can see, there's two choices. So you can have a look at that, take a screenshot, and you can have two choices. I know a lot of people say, well, I prefer to have NRF2. Well, this package here has got 20 and then a gold pack. Of course, you know, like if worse comes to us, you put them on a silver pack. But as much as possible, minimum is gold. But now with the incentives, with rank advancements, profile summits, there's so many advantages why you need to be in a platinum pack. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to stop here. I can see Miss Marsha is actually there. I think she's going to take us on a tour in the office. So thank you so much. This lady is so busy. Oh my gosh, I think we will have the first look of the office. How cool is that? So thank you, Miss Marsha.
Actually, you will be the first one that I'm having a live Zoom with from our office. So let's start with our training room. Look at that.
Woo! Oh my gosh.
So this area is actually the Avenue side. So you could see the streets of Ayala Avenue. So I'd like to show you how Ayala Avenue looks like in the afternoon.
Beautiful.
So do you see that? That's the street, and
Oh,
there's actually a bus stop just outside our building, and there's the other buildings over there. But of course, the most important thing is our office. So you are
wow.
all invited to become speakers of our events here in the office. We brought in some plants over the weekend, so there's lots of plants over here. And this is our lounge area.
Oh,
We brought
wow. So beautiful.
So
Oh my gosh.
this area, so you could sit in here and bring in your guests. And this area here, we will be putting in iPads, two iPads, so that if a certain distributor comes in and they don't have computers or they don't have their forms, they want to access their back office, they could use the iPads over here. So right now there are just, I have lessened the number of tables and chairs here because we are going to make sure that we are following safety protocols for social distancing. So we just limited it. I placed the other table inside. And this one, we will have our computers here. So just the other side, there are iPads. This one, we will have two computers. The same purpose, if they don't have their own gadgets with them, they need to enroll or order online, they could use it. They could use the equipment here. You see our plant, Tita Josie.
Wow, beautiful.
You could appreciate it. And this is where it's going to be our reception area. The customer service is going to be here, and you could also pick up your products here if you chose will call, and the customer service and ordering products, you could also do that there. So basically that's how it looks from the outside.
Wow.
That's the over there. And I'd like you to meet two beautiful women. Say hi, ladies.
Oh my gosh, look at that, Tintin.
So
hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Hello, Tintin. Who's that, Katie?
that's Alma.
Alma. Oh my gosh.
So that's the staff area, and there's small offices over there, but we've just preferred to work together since there's just the three of us in the meantime.
Yeah.
So I hope you like the tour,
It's
mini tour of our.
beautiful. Oh my gosh, aren't we lucky to have the first tour of the Philippine office, girls and boys?
Yes.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
we are excited to welcome you all in here. As of the moment, we are just here in the afternoon because Tintin and I are having meetings or trainings to prepare for the launch as early as 5 a.m. And the whole morning is our training for customer service. We want to make sure that we are ready when we sign up people, when we assist people. So I'm also very lucky that I have a team here that's very flexible in terms of time, because the original plan was our US people are going to be here so that they could train us here. But since it's not going to be happening, we have to adjust with the US time. So we have to wake up early for the training.
That is so beautiful. Are we? Oh, look at all the chat. Everyone's so happy. You are very, very lucky to have that beautiful office in the middle of Makati.
Thank you, guys. So I hope you like that. That's just the little piece from me as of this time. But in the next weeks, you'll be hearing a lot from us because we are going to extend to you what Tintin and I has been learning from the corporate, especially with our compensation plans and our promos. We're having that lined up for starting this month until early next month so that we are all ready to also share it with our team members. Back to you, Tita Josie. Thank you so much.
We appreciate your time. Thanks, Miss Marsha. We'll see you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. How lucky are we, huh? To have Miss Marsha right there. And now we've had a tour of the beautiful world-class office. So it's now time for us to, I can tell you that this is really one of the most exciting time to talk to people, call them now to start their LifeVantage business. And so I would talk to them about the packages, but I want to show you this because you know what? They've come up with a very creative idea to be able to give more discounts. As you know, the subscription's already discounted. So now there's more discounts with the Pretendum Jewel Synergizer. So they have, instead of buying, say, 3 bottles, and that's 120, and it will cost you 8,250, you save quite a lot of money by buying the package. And it's so much easier when you do the 200. And this is what I want you to do, guys, is to think about running your business on 200. Why? Because that's how you're going to earn the money. Long term is subscription. It's not the enrollments only, but it's on subscription. So they've actually given you 2 extra bottles. How cool is that? This is amazing. What a really, really good promotion. And so that's what I encourage people when they first get started, is to find customers already, so that when you buy this, you have two sets of the Jewel Synergizer and 3 NRF2. You could take that 1 set and then sell the rest. And so what I would like you to do is to find people with no credit cards and they just wanted to buy it from you. So you take care of them as customers, and that's how you can run your business. Okay, that's that. But I just wanted to just draw your attention about this perfect opportunity for LifeVantage, not only in the Philippines, but globally. There's not many people yet that know about LifeVantage. And so if you walk around the streets of the Philippines, you ask them, have you heard of LifeVantage? Have you heard of LifeVantage? Most likely, not many people would have heard of LifeVantage. And you tell them, you have not heard of LifeVantage? You need to hear about it. Would you like to see a 3-minute video? That's how you can start a conversation. And the income disclosure here, these are some of the average income in 2020. And I know that in the Philippines, if you're earning $581 US dollars extra a month, that's pretty good money. Okay, so when you talk to people, you talk to them about, we've got a company that have got products that no one else have got, because I know for sure you don't have any competition in the Philippines. There's a lot of supplements, but there is no such thing as an activator. So we're the global pioneers in the field of nutrigenomics. Very important for you to learn a little bit about that. So we've got videos, and I'm not going to cover it today. But can you imagine that you are going to partner with a company where you have access to 24 countries? It's a distribution model where you could access, those countries. But I want you to start with this one. I was telling a group last week for them to print this. This is the LifeVantage Success Roadmap, because this is where your dreams live. I tell people in LifeVantage, you can dream big, okay? And let me tell you that if you are, it's not just getting to the rank, but it's enough volume from subscription to maintain the rank is very important, okay? So Pro 1, Pro 2, this is the premier ranks, we call it pace setter ranks. I don't know what they're gonna call it, but from Pro 1 to Pro 3. So when Jean Meyer and I started in LifeVantage, the goal is to get to Pro 3. A lot of people want to go to Pro 3 in just less than a week. Some people go in 2 weeks, some people 3. And what I say to them is go to Pro 3 in 30 days. And so that's what I want to encourage you, is to build fast. Why build fast? Because you just that's how it is. You want to create your story. If you're building fast, you're earning fast, you're going to get to the bonuses, you're going to get to the trips. And this is the time to really just talk to people, because one day have the free trip. When you get to Pro 5 and you maintain it for a couple of months, you will get the free trip to the US. And I know when I was living in the Philippines, I was saying, oh my gosh, I wish I could go to America. A lot of people want to go there, and why not go for free? Okay, in my previous company, you have to be in the top 25 in the whole of Asia Pacific to get your airfare for free. You can go for the trips, but you pay for your airfare. And so I was quite surprised, it's like, what? Everything is free, the airfare, they meet you at the airport. It's crazy. So this is it. Get to Pro 5 in your first month. I challenge you, there are going to be people who will be elite, who will be Pro 5, Pro 6 in their first month. Jean has gone Pro 6 in the first month. Mara's can Pro 5 in the first month. So if they can do it in Australia, with the sheer population we have of 24 million, a population in the Philippines is a lot of network marketers. It's all about the stretch. This is the time to start working, not when we open. And I'm going to show you what is it that you can do to start working. So we actually had a lady a couple of days ago, and she said, yeah, I want to join. And so she's had experience in 3 network marketing companies in an insurance, very, very successful. And what did she do? Within the hour, she added 300 people plus in my LV story. And that's what you want to do, is to move fast, because you want to go from premier to elite. And I cannot, I can't wait to see the first Master Pro 10 in the Philippines. When I went to Maldives for the elite retreat, I met the first Master Pro 10 in Japan. And oh my gosh, the guy is so humble. And what did he do? He said, you have to work so hard. He said it was hard. But the thing is, you don't want it to be easy. The hard work is part of it. And when you finish the job and you got to Master Pro 10, can you imagine the thousands of lives that you would have helped? And so what is it that you need to do to prepare? Is to learn about the company. So here you are. You're here, you're looking at how to get started, and don't get overwhelmed. All I want you to do is to know what you have to offer to people, because there are a lot of people who have been in network marketing and they say, is this networking? And you say, yes, but you need to take a look. Okay, so you need to know about the company, a little bit about the products, not too much. You just need to master the NRF2. Pretend them NRF2 synergizer, the little yellow activator. And we already have training and information, a little bit about the compensation plan, but be excited about the incentive. So let me go through here. when Philippines open, there will be so many things on the table. They will have cash bonuses. There will be founders recognition, founders trip, ability to be able to earn your Pro 5 Summit in your first 3 months. We have the elite trip, and we have our trip to Europe. This is the trip of a lifetime. Let me say, if for you who are listening and you're thinking, okay, Josie, it seems too much, and how can we do it? Well, I tell you that there will these once you know what this is, and you can earn all of the above in your first 9 months. I earned 4 trips in my first 6 months, actually 7 months. So I know you can do that as well. Cash bonuses, because we're opening a new market. They have a lot of bonuses. I don't know what it would look like, but I know there's going to be bonuses. You want to be a founding member, because if you are, that's your title for a lifetime. Nobody can take that away from you. But why not take it to the next level and be an elite founder? There's going to be a lot of perks for you to be able if you grow your business so fast, it's just, this company is so generous. Can you imagine sharing your story when we officially launch? Could be in the next 6 months. I don't know when that will be, but when we officially launch, and you're standing in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and you're sharing your story. When I decided to join LifeVantage, I heard Tita Josie that I can do this, and that, and I took a screenshot of it, and I worked it, and now this is exactly what happened. I've earned all these cash bonuses. I'm a founding member. I've got my free trip to America. I've been to America. Now I'm almost qualified for my Europe trip. I've gone elite and this and that, and I've earned, in 6 months, I've earned my first million pesos. It is doable. You can in your first 6 months. But let me tell you that there will be people, maybe 1 or 2 in the Philippines, who really will just blinkers on, just go to work and become a My Life Venture recipient. 1,250,000 cash, no strings attached. When you meet those requirements, they give it to you in cash. Can you imagine standing at the launch with your big check of 1.25 million, 25,000 US? This company has so much, they're just so generous. It's just unbelievable. So it gives me goosebumps, but that some of you who are willing to just go out there and do the work will earn this. Don't take it for granted, because your life could change overnight. Can you imagine, in 6 months, you have a check of 1.25 million. You've earned your trips to the US. You're almost qualified for Europe. You got all this commission and everything. So be excited and be on fire, because you know what? You could be going to the Pro 5 Summit in 2022, to the winter one. So this is the first group of people who actually went to the Pro 5 Summit trip. So get excited, because you want to build your story. Okay? So how do you get there? Is to have a goal. Even now is to have a goal. What goal would that be? You might be helping your brother and sister to go to university. Can you imagine if you earn their tuition fee for the year in just 1 month or 2 months? So set a goal is very important. You could set a goal and say, well, you know what? I'm going to work this. I'm going to work it hard. In 2 years, I'm going to buy my house. Is that possible when you have a job? No. So this is the time. You've got a vehicle here right in front of you to make it happen. So now make a list of people you know and start doing the ITT. So even if you have not started, even if you're still planning it, talk to the person who invited you here and ask them, what is this ITT all about? Because we have got 2 Facebook groups, My LV Story and My LifeVantage Story. My LV Story will be predominantly more Filipino. So we'll have a lot of like Tagalog, all of that's testimonials in My LV Story. But the good thing about the My LifeVantage Story is there's a lot more stories there as well. So you don't get you need to learn how to do this, how to do it properly and professionally, because there is a way to be able to do it. So if I was building in the Philippines, and I would talk to people and I'd say, well, you know what, I'm going that way. There's a US-based company that's starting in the Philippines. I don't know whether it's for you or not. Would you want to check a 3-minute video? So then you add them into the Facebook group and you tag them to the gig economy video. That video is an eye-opener. I had someone yesterday. She said, my gosh, that video is so good. I've sent it to 10 people. This is the time now to double down and start adding people there and get them to check it out. Okay, so from my experience in the industry, your growth, you have incentives to help push your growth up. Why? In the Philippines, when we open, you need to let them know, what if you work this and earn 2 trips to Europe for free? Some people probably have not stepped out of the Philippines. This will be your first opportunity to be able to step out of the country and go with 2 people, you and whoever you want to bring with you. Trip of a lifetime. And so it's a time now to start, because imagine if you sponsor 5 platinum in November, 5 by 5, 10. If you sponsor 10, that's 50 points. You need 250 points for the travel. You're already like 25% there. And so this is serious money and serious business and serious incentive. So take it as it is, okay? So how did we do it? How did we create 7 qualifiers to the Pro 5 Summit in our first 90 days? We focus on building Pro 3. So I was talking to someone this morning and I was showing her, don't get overwhelmed. All you need to do, remember that roadmap I showed you that I wanted you to print, is just to focus on helping people get to Pro 3. That's it. When you help people get to Pro 3, they would have sponsored people, they have earned their Smart Start bonus. To get to Pro 5, you need at least 5 to 7 Pro 3s. To get to Elite, you need about, say, 10 Pro 5s to be a more stable Elite, or 7, okay? So really, this is just staying on the building block of Pro 3. Take massive action every single day. So how do you get paid? New orders and packages. So you get paid on new orders and packages. So I'll give you an example. And thank you, Van, for creating this. So let's say someone comes on a platinum package, that's 100 PV. And we are promoting the power of 5. The power of 5, there's this before, they came up with a package, the power of 200. We're going to make it a power of 200. It's 200 subscription. This is where the money is. And once you understand the compensation plan, you can watch that long video that I did. You will understand why you need people to get on 200. Okay. So how does it work? So you place an order. So if someone comes with a platinum, that is 1,000 points. If you came on a gold and platinum, LifeVantage will pay you 25%. This is you get paid 12,500, and your sponsor will get paid 12,000. Hang on, the 2 Vance made a mistake here. Here you get paid $250 US. Okay, so $250 US, and then here is $50. So here is 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. Okay, we'll have to rectify that. And so your ROI here, I don't know how he's done this. Anyway, let me just go through here first. Oops. Okay. So the Smart Start bonus, where Jing was saying there's no left and right, is called the Smart Start bonus. And you get paid, if you're the enroller, you get paid 25%. And here you get paid 5%, 5%, 5%. Which means that when you sponsor someone and they enroll somebody, you also receive $50 US. 50 times 50, okay, $50. So that is about how do you earn enough money to pay for your investment, because the platinum pack is 60,300. And if you're earning 12,500 for each of the platinum, you would just need about 5 signups to be able to get your money back. Yeah, pretty good. Okay. How to stay commission eligible is obviously your, so before the company has announced the 100 and 200, we had this. So it's all about getting people not to stay on 40, but to buy the 100 pack or buy the 200 pack, and you then enroll preferred customers. So when a preferred customer comes on board, you also receive the 25,555. Okay, so this is what you want, the royalty commission. This is where your money comes from subscription and extra orders, not from new enrollments. New enrollments is not counted as a royalty. Your royalty is coming from repeat orders, from subscription orders. And so if you try and, not try is the word. If we teach every one of you to move 200 points of products every single month, it will be easier for you to start earning this money. If you had 625, so imagine this, on your first level, if you had 5 people under 200 points, LifeVantage will pay you 1,000 pesos a month. Then if you had second level, you had 25 at 5%, all on 200 points, LifeVantage will pay you 12,500 plus the 1,000. Can you imagine if you have 125 on your third level, because you have 25 who sponsored 5, and they're all buying 200, that's 112,000 pesos. So I hope Gina is here, because she was asking me, I said to her, how much do you want to replace to do this LifeVantage? And she said 100,000. It's not a lot of people on residual. So your residual is different. This is only your royalty commission. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, the money in LifeVantage is going to be huge. It will change your life. In order to earn 112 plus 12,000 plus 1,000, that's 125,000, 6,000. You have 155 people on 200. Of course, depends on the level. And so it's not a lot of money. And so for those of you who want to replace your income, I know teachers get paid 25,000. 25,000? Come on. LifeVantage will pay you more than you're worth. And that's the problem, is people go to university for 4 years and they get paid $300, $500 a month. You are worth more than that. And so if this is the time now for you to study what this company and these products can do for you and your family. And imagine you also we have a lot of, we have matching bonus. It's crazy. So let's say, for example, this example that Van has put together. Let's say you had 5 distributors and they are your direct enrolled. LifeVantage will pay you 10% of all their royalty commission. So if they're earning $1,000 each, you get paid 500. That's your matching bonus. So they're giving you 10%, 5%, 5%, and it's unlimited. So let's say you sponsored Anne and sponsored 20 people. So you get paid 10% from Anne, and you get paid 5% from 20 people. Those 20 people sponsored 5 each, that's 100 people. So you get paid 5% on 100 people. And then those 100 people sponsored 2 each, that's 2. It's unlimited. So the LifeVantage compensation plan, you can show me any compensation plan in the Philippines, and I can show you why you need to consider LifeVantage. This is the business that can change your life. So this is the average income, and Van has put it together in pesos. So this is in 2020, the average income for a Pro 3 is $581 US. That's 31,000 pesos, okay? And if you get to an elite like me, the average income is like 12,400 because it includes your monthly income, your royalty income, your generational matching bonus, your weekly, and all of that. Okay, sorry, just muting some people here. So imagine as an elite earning 500,000 a month. This money here, it's not, I mean, this income here is not just figures that we pulled out from the air. These are true income that's earned by a lot of people. My sponsor is Elite Pro 9. If you want to see the screenshot she sent me, it's not 50,000, it's 75,000. That was a year and a half ago. Imagine earning even 50,000 as Elite Pro 9, that's 2.5 million a month on average. We have an income disclaimer. So this is not a get rich quick scheme. So this is an income that you earn because it's your dedication, the hard work and commitment and your leadership. So this is the time to really step up and start building your business. And so what you need to do is to launch your business. How do you launch for your business? You talk to the person who invited you here, because then you can start inviting them to my LV story. My LV story, like I said, it's going to be the Facebook group for customers that we're going to build with Filipino. It's a bit hard to put it in my LifeVantage story. So this is where we're going to do it. So even if you have not joined Team Heart Global, this is our team. Team Heart Global will build the fastest growing team, the biggest team in LifeVantage Philippines. So I'm glad that you're being invited by someone from Team Heart, because we are ready to make it happen. And so my LV story is where you could add them. I was telling you about Gina. You know, after 1 hour after we've spoken, she added over 300 people here. So that's what you need to do now, is not to overthink. There is no time to overthink, because we're opening soon. Add people here, tag them to a tool, tag them to the 3-minute video, which is in the announcement. Make sure you talk to the person who invited you here so they can guide you along. Okay, that is that. And so what is required for market expansion? Okay, this is actually my talk for at the convention. Okay, so for those of you who are listening and you are going to expand in the Philippines, make sure that you know your business 100%. The company, the products, the complaint, the system, and the tools. There is no, because people see you as the expert. They will ask you questions. So you need to be able to know where to find those answers and be able to answer them as well. So let me just flip this very quickly, because you need 100% commitment. It will take 3 to 5 years. So don't think that you're going to go there and sponsor people and then leave them. In order for those people to stay long-term, build them to an elite, a stable elite, then maybe you can pull back a bit, but it will take you 100% commitment. Okay, it will require 3 to 5 years to be able to do that. There's a lot of network marketing companies in the Philippines. I was talking to someone and she sends me a screenshot. The top 20 MLM companies in the Philippines. USANA is not there. None of the top US companies there. Their company is #1. I've never heard of their company. It's a local company. And I said, who made this? You know, so you'll see that people say they're #1. So don't argue with them, just say we're different. Our product is different. No one else have got it. So we don't have any competition. As you can see this list here, there's 120 already, and there's a lot more. There's a lot of competitors. But you know what? If you are able to attract people that are already in network marketing, you know, it can be a pretty good journey. So that's us when we went to the Philippines 1 year. So I understand Philippine market. I was born there, but I've lived in Australia for 41 years. So we went there for 1 year. So it really helped me understand the culture. We had an office in Baguio City, and that's exactly, we're going to have an office there as well, Laperal building. I know the importance of having an office, because they'll ask you, where is your office? Okay. And over there, I know they drop everything for training. So this is us. We're traveling to go to an event in Manila. It's about 5.5 hours drive. So we leave at 5 o'clock in the morning. I think sometimes 4 in the morning. We hire this van that sits 15 people. So we're squashed like sardines. And we, some people, they cook, and we stop somewhere and we eat. But you know what? Everyone's happy. Everyone is enjoying. It's really enjoying. And for those of you who are international, when you go to the Philippines, be prepared with your credit card. Because when you're taking people out, you will be expected to pay for it. Okay, so that's just how the culture is. So we had a doctor here in Australia, and we went to the Philippines, and I said to her, why don't you invite the doctors? So we invited, and she and I paid for all the meals, because it is what it is. That is the culture in the Philippines. It's like you're the leader, and if you're doing an event, you will be paying for it. And so culture matter. The culture in the Philippines is we're hospitable. Food is everything. So every time there's a meeting and all of that, we have a little bit of a celebration. And that is how you bond together. It doesn't have to be a big spread like this one. It could be just, we used to buy this big, huge basket of noodles, and I'll get them to put everything in it. I think it used to cost me something like probably 10 US dollars. And there's a lot of us, and then we just buy bread, and we have, and everybody's happy. So that you can make it as simple as it is. So in the Philippines, and this is a tip for all of you, whether you're building in the Philippines or not, it's about finding the leader. So when I was building in the Philippines, we had 633 people join in 1 year. That's me with not much experience, but I went there hungry with a vision. What happened to those 633 people? Only 5% stayed. But I have a big business in the Philippines, because 3 months before I left, a leader came. 3 months before I left. This is Franklin. I showed him a presentation. I did a getting started, and he just went on his own and started to recruit. He didn't need me because he was a leader. And so it's just so exciting that you can build and expand. Just like I expanded my business in Indonesia. It's all about the people. It's all about finding the right person. And so I always say to people like, wow, I want to go to Malaysia. Well, have you got a team in Australia? You got to have a local team, because when you go overseas, you have to fund your business. So build local, go global. It's all about identifying the right leaders. So when you go to the Philippines, don't build 20 lines. Find the leader and build with the leader and help them become successful. So that is the key, is to find a leader and help build. Okay, so build strong relationships, because that is important. Your commitment is key. They're looking for your commitment. It's easy to recruit, but to keep them and grow that is the hardest thing. But if they see you're committed, like I said, it might take you 3 to 5 years to build like a solid elite. But that's what you want, is to help someone become elite. Then they build elites, Then you can sleep and your money's just there. Okay, so important. Attend major events. So if you're building outside the Philippines, you may be expected to go to the Philippines, right? So and that is part of your commitment, is to go and attend major events, because you'll have people on stage. They want to see your face clapping. Okay, give them support. It's going to be a long-term support. So it's a long-term commitment, 3 to 5 years. Find and identify your leaders and help them. Don't focus on your volume. Help your leader build solid. If you walk away from the market, will the business continue to grow with you? That's same thing as you in the Philippines. If you're building in other provinces or cities, make sure you build the leader. The same thing applies. Okay, stay in one location. This is a big tip. Okay, so don't think, oh my gosh, Philippines is so big. There's over 100 million people. I'm going to build here, and there. You will fail, because you only have so much energy. I would focus on one. The most will be true location. My suggestion, build in Manila, close to Manila, because you can leverage off the office. Can you imagine? You have this world-class office that we just saw. So all you do is to say, I'd like you to come and check it out. We can meet in our office. We can meet in my office. What's the address? NEX Tower in Ayala Avenue. When you bring them there, it will change their perspective altogether. So it's not just a company na basta-basta. It's a company that is world-class, publicly traded, stable, strong, with products that is full of science, okay? Stay in one location is a good idea. Do I have a strong and deep network in the market? Study the culture. The bigger the environment, the bigger your responsibility. Don't complain. Okay, please, don't complain about the company. Go with the flow. There's going to be teething problem. See the company as your partner. Help the company. I don't want you to be flooding the corporate stuff with complaints, because when we build in a new market, there's going to be some problems. That is just given in any company. I'm sure that they would be doing everything they can to make it a smooth flow. But can you imagine? They're doing their best. So let's not flood them with so much problem. Try as much as you can to solve the problem. And of course, if it's something to do with a customer, with a product or anything like that, for sure, of course, you need to let them know and liaise with them. So when I was building in my previous company, they loved me because I cooperated with them. I did not flood them with questions and all that, but they know that when I make a complaint, they handle it because I'm not flooding them with complaints. I do everything I can to resolve first before I go there. So that is important. I want to show you this in closing. I was with a company called USANA Health Sciences. I was there for 10 years and I got reached a level called Diamond Director. When I went to the Philippines, I built relationship because that's just who I am. I made friends, and all of these people here are friends, okay? They're all friends of mine and they know me. So they know that I'm coming to the Philippines. Here is a photo of their first trip as a gold director. So a gold director, you earn $1,000 for 4 months in a row. It's not a lot of volume because you just have 5,000, and you do it 4 weeks in a row and you go to this trip. What happened to these people? They got inspired. They got inspired of the possibilities of what that company can do for their life. That's why I'm encouraging you to really dig deep and get that trip to the Pro 5 Summit. Create your story so that you can put your flag and say, I have done it. I can see the vision of where we're going. We can do this and we can change lives, because this is what these people have done. All of these here are mega millionaires. That's because they saw the vision and they went home and spoken the vision to people, and they shared their story years and years and years. So for you, you also need to create your story. So when I was over there, we had a gold retreat. And so these were the people that were with me. A lot of them never hop on a plane. You had to tell them, oh, you better make sure that you eat the food because you don't have to pay, because some people are saying, but I don't have any money to pay. Okay. So what happened when they came to this cruise? Their minds open up. Every night we were still up at 2:00. They're drawing circles. They're drawing their vision. They're drawing the people. Every single one except one couple are super successful, because that one couple decided to quit, go to another company, and everyone on this photo here, and here's some of their accomplishment like 5 years ago. 7 of them are $1 million. Can you imagine earning? Can you imagine earning $1 million? Okay. Can you imagine earning $1 million? So that's their story. But that can be your story as well. Because you know what? In 3 to 5 years, I will have your photo. You went to the summit, and what happened to your life? That's going to be my story, is to share your story in the Philippines. Because what you have right here is a gift to the Filipino few people. LifeVantage will be a gift to each and every one of you. And so this is the time now to really double down and start talking to people. If I was you, I would quit all my hobbies. I would quit everything that I'm doing that is unnecessary and start talking to people about this company. tell them about this US-based company that's about to launch in the Philippines, would they want to check it out, and share them the 3-minute video. So let me just turn off the recording and see if there's any